how was your experience different than where you grew up in terms of your disability?
So I'm from New York, and I would describe like New York people or people growing up in New York as kind of like not self is not the word, but it's kind of like self-focused in regards to like just doing stuff. Like for me, if they're having fun, they want to make sure they have fun and they do them. You like understand? So I feel like sometimes, all right, yeah. So it's like more self-centered, like they self-focus on having their fun for like their benefit or whatnot. Understand? So it's like so like say if I step on the court, and I remember how I just told you, like either I don't have, like it's not really clear to the eye that I have a disability. So I come in with a high expectation because I'm already tall. You feel me? Because I play a lot of basketball and whatnot. And so it's like, if I don't live up to those expectations, they'll get upset, right? But then like, sometimes if they became aware of those, of like my disability or whatnot, that's when you start getting the like little situations where you start getting like picked last and like, oh, like people just try to like isolate themselves away from you when it comes to like doing those things because you feel me, it's like you have like a minimum benefit, you feel me, and it's like, yeah, they want to win, but it's like certain thoughts like that be running through people's head, especially if they are part of it. But as I got older, and like when I went to Nicaragua, it's kind of like everybody already came in with a disability for the fifth fact. The main fact that everybody like everybody didn't speak English. You feel me? So that's already a disability kind of in itself. And we all from jump, everybody needed to help each other with something that we weren't able to do. So and I feel like because we was older, we was able to realize that. So I don't know, like those thoughts I used to have having a disability back then when I was like coming to like trying to do things that were like bond with my friends, like playing sports and doing stuff outside. So we would have that. So yeah, that'd be a difference.
So the difference is like,
It's kind of like it's like reaction to how people care for you when they start being aware that you have a disability.
did you ever have any moments where you weren't getting the accommodations that you needed? You mentioned the hiking thing already, but was there anything else?
At my high school, because students weren't allowed to take the elevator, but like the teachers didn't really understand my disability like that. So like I think needed to get on the elevator because like my legs would hurt because my classes would be on the fourth floor and like I would be like coming from gym, which was in the basement. You feel me? But like it would be hard for me to get like an elevator pass because the gym teachers saw that I was playing in the gym. You feel me? Like I could still like try and play in the gym, but I wouldn't be able to keep up with everybody, understand? But because they see me playing in the gym, they felt like I shouldn't have to need an elevator pass. I should just take the stairs. But I don't know, I feel like going up 8 flights of stairs to the top floor of the building from the basement is a different type of, you feel me? That's more like focused rather than like at least in gym, I was able to pace myself. I could slow down, stop, or whatever. Nobody could care. I won't get in trouble or nothing. I had 3 minutes to get up to the top of the building. You feel me? And I can't run up the stairs at this point. So like, I'll be late to class a lot. Then I gotta leave the class to go get a late pass. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like mild ignorance. Because the teachers was cool, but they just felt like if you be able to play in gym, you should be able to walk up the stairs to your class. So
yeah. So in terms of Nicaragua, were there any like accommodations that weren't met?
I mean, it wasn't really what's it called? Any way to really accommodate. Like I don't know. Everything was just I don't know. Everything was just really physical labor, but it wasn't really too much considering because there was like 20 of us, so it was like we was never really working alone. It was like the stuff that we were doing, we had tools that was able to make stuff easier. So like when we was making the garden, we had to like lift a bunch of heavy wood and stuff like that. Like we had wagons to really do that. So all we had to do was really push it on the wheel and whatnot. We had like different people to do and stuff. So like, if anything, if I couldn't, like, if there was stuff that required a lot of walking and stuff, like they'd probably have me doing something else, like on the arts and crafts, like painting or some stuff, or like me, what I would do, because I like talking to people and I get along with people like very well, I think. So I would like talk, because we was making a garden from scratch for this it was like this school for it was a school for kids with disabilities at Nicaragua. So what I did, I just went and like spent time with them. I was just trying to talk. I had to have somebody translate for me the whole time, but I still tried to like talk to them and whatnot, see what stuff they enjoy. They like Migos. We listen to a lot of music. We found that they like Migos a lot. So that's usually what I guess my focus just went to like keeping the positive vibes, the happiness, and like little arts and crafts stuff.
Did you learn anything about your disability when you went abroad?
I learned. Oh no! I feel like I learned that my disability ain't really a disability if I have people to help me. You feel me? Because when you say you're like disabled, it means like really means you're unable to do it, or like you have some sort of like, you have some sort of like disadvantage or like setback from doing it. But then like as long as you have some sort of support, you're then able to do it. So like I guess I learned that as long as you have like support, for real, disability ain't really there for real.